وبالشعب أفتتح الجلسة.
Of the people, we integrate the session in the name of Allah. The Almighty Allah says, do for Allah and His Messenger will witness your deeds.
السادة الأعضاء،
Distinguished members, now we are awaiting the presence of Mr. President this session.
رئيس الجمهورية.
Mr. President of the Arab Republic of Egypt. Go with the blessings of Allah. May Allah help you. Allah will be with you.
السادة الأعضاء،
Distinguished members of the Parliament,
من شهر ديسمبر
on the 18th
صدر قرار الهيئة
of last
الوطنية
December,
للانتخابات
the decree issued by the authority of elections number 39 of 2023,
الذي تضمن في
which
مادته
includes
الثانية
in its second article the declaration
قامة السيد
of
الرئيس عبد الفتاح
Mr.
سعيد
President
حسين خليل
عبد
السيسي
الفتاح سعيد حسين خليل السيسي to be the winner, and his nickname is Abdel Fattah al-Sisi to be the President of the Arab Republic of Egypt.
السادة الأعضاء،
Distinguished members, applying the text of Article 144 of the Egyptian Constitution, His Excellency the President of Egypt, Mr. Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, the President of Egypt, to take the constitutional oath. In the name of Allah, the most merciful, the most graceful, I swear by Almighty Allah to faithfully uphold the Republican system, to respect the Constitution and the law, to fully safeguard the interests of the people, and to protect the independence of the nation and its territorial integrity.
السيد الرئيس عبد الفتاح السيسي رئيس الجمهورية، نرحب بكم نواب شعب مصر كل التقدير والحب والإعزاز في يوم يسطر التاريخ المصري فيه صفحة من صفحات الجمهورية الجديدة، إذ كتب الله جل وعلا لكم أداء اليمين
since God Almighty has destined you to take the presidential constitutional oath for a new presidential term under the dome of the Egyptian House of Representatives in its new premises, this building, that its walls contains the modernity, development, and the ancient history of the Egyptian parliament in epic in a manner that represents a reality that you always aspired when you directed to establish the new administrative capital to be an entity that copes up with the era, that is in harmony with the Egyptian identity, that is vibrant with a civic image that represents the aspiration of Egypt and its people. Mr. President, in a very important stage in the age of this homeland, in which there are many challenges and responsibilities, the presidential race was in place. The Egyptian people then remembered your strong stances and positions and lined up in unprecedented manners before the ballot boxes with awareness and belief. They realized the size of responsibility on your shoulder and confirmed their desire to continue work and construction. That's why they chose you to renew the trust in you as a leader for the country of the security and safety Egypt that is on the top of the nations. Mr. President, the Egyptian reality on your hands and under your leadership witnessed tangible changes. You seeked towards enhancing and establishing the human rights and achieving the social justice and supporting women and youth to uplift their position in the society. You also focused on reforming the economic system with all your power, despite of all with the you together and the Egyptian people faced, especially the repercussions of the international economic crisis. You were keen on completely providing all the means of support to the Egyptian citizen who seeks a stable life and a safe future for themselves and for their children. You also, Mr. President, despite of the increased pace of the events around us, you managed to maintain the security and stability of Egypt free of any whims and away from any adventure, sending a message to the whole world that Egypt is strong by the cohesion of its people and their alignment with stability behind their wise leadership. The representatives of the Egyptian parliament with its two chambers stood in the front lines to support your work towards the love of this country and its higher interests. In the same context, as it's familiar from Egypt and its people and citizens, when supporting their brothers in ordeals, you played an important role in containing the bloody events that took place in Gaza Strip, in the brotherly state of Palestine. You worked in all the means to mitigate the suffering of its people. From another side, you directed to open our southern ports to allow our Sudanese brothers to enter the Egyptian soil in the wake of the civil conflicts taking place in their country. On another hand, Egypt immediately moved towards the Libyan territories to support the efforts of relief after the tornado in the coastal cities and the floods in these cities. All of these efforts represented a reality that was praised by the international community. The Parliament of the Mediterranean decided to choose you to get the prize of the Hero of Peace. The Mediterranean Parliament decided to select you to get the prize of the Hero of Peace for 2024, to crown your unique efforts that you exerted to achieve peace and stability in the Middle East. Mr. President, our Egyptian history is a witness for many pioneering figures and leaders who faced the obstacles in their ways with courage. They proved their loyalty to this country. In these crucial times, the country needs those of strong positions who can overcome all the obstacles with confidence and power. It's known to everyone that the way towards progress and development is always full of difficulties. However, history proved that bravery in taking tough decisions and have a fixed position towards the right always make difference. That's why I call upon you to continue working towards uplifting Egypt until it reaches the position it deserves without looking and listening to the voices of doubt. Mr. President, the House of Representatives.
And also you will promise the Arab Republic of Egypt and the Egyptian people will foster and will take the lead and will take the burden of the responsibility and to continue the achievement of the desires of the Egyptian people. Long live Egypt, and may Allah protect the territory of Egypt, and Egypt will be the oasis of peace and security. So may Allah help you, and Egypt will be among your own hands to continue the path and journey of prosperity. And may Allah help you, and may Allah guide you to the righteous path. Allah is the King Almighty, will bless you, and peace and blessings be upon all of you. And now we are awaiting the statement which will be delivered by the President of Egypt. The Egyptian people will support you. The Egyptian people will not forget the efforts exerted by you, Mr. President. We are here supporting you. May Allah help you. May Allah grant you the righteous guidance. In the name of Allah, the most merciful, the most graceful. Oh Allah, the owner of all the kingdoms, you grant the kingdoms to whoever you want, and to deprive whoever you want, and to grant victory and honor to whom you want. The Speaker of the Egyptian Parliament, distinguished members, ladies and gentlemen, peace and blessings be upon all of you. At the outset, please allow me to express my deep thanking and profound gratitude to the Egyptian people, the great ones, the decision maker, the symbol of dignity, to all the Egyptian people, the children of Egypt. I'd like to express to all of you my deep thanking and profound gratitude to renew your promises to me, to give me the responsibility to a new term, a new presidency term. Distinguished delegates, please allow me, while we are in this edifice, to represent the will of the Egyptian people, to renew my promise to you, to continue the journey of building this nation, and to look forward to achieving the desires and hopes of the Egyptians to build a new state, a democratic one, and an advanced state in agriculture and in construction and in arts and each and every aspect, to mobilize the civilization with a very unique historical civilization and also a very strong will, that incomparable will, and to look forward a new future that inshallah it will have good things to the Egyptian people. The Egyptian people, since the first day being in the office, I have sought to achieve your will that you have declared. And all of us have moved as just one man to save our state from the extremism and hindrances. I took the oath that the security of Egypt and the integrity of the Egyptian people in achieving safety and prosperity will be the first and foremost option to me. And this from following the approach of being frank at any issue, in all difficulties and in all challenges, believing that the cohesion of the Egyptian people is the most important pillar to cross to the place that we are deserved. And maybe the last few years have proven that the path of building citizens and nations is not a rosy road, but it contains challenges and difficulties, especially with regarding to the extremism and the terrorism, in addition also to the international difficulties and the challenges, and also in addition to the neighboring wars and tensions. All such factors give us the opportunity to be united as one man throughout the history of Egypt with regarding to the challenges that faced by Egypt, and that's why we were able to combat it. Hadn't it been for the dignity of the Egyptian people and the responsibility held accountable by the Egyptian citizens in order to renew and to rebuild our new state, to be able to cross and to overcome any challenge, inshallah.
أبناء مصر الكرام، إن عالم اليوم بما يشهده من تحديات متصاعدة حضارية وعلمية وتكنولوجيا وعمرانيا وسياسيا واقتصاديا يحتم علينا أن ننتبه بكل طاقاتنا لأننا في سباق مع الزمن. فالتقدم المستمر لا يتوقف لينتظر أحد. قد قطعنا شوطا كبيرا في فترة زمنية وجيزة مواجهين الصعاب والتحديات ومدركين أننا نتحدى أنفسنا ومدركين أننا نتحدى أنفسنا قبل أي شيء آخر. هو التحدي الذي يفوز به دائما المعدن المصري النادر الذي تزيده جسامة التحديات صلابة وقوة. وفي هذا السياق واستجابة لقيام الشعب بتكليف بمواصلة قيادة مسيرة وطننا العظيم، فإنني أضع أمامكم أهم ملامح مستهدفات العمل الوطني خلال المرحلة المقبلة. أولاً وعلى صعيد علاقات مصر الخارجية، أولوية حماية وصون أمن مصر القومي بمحيط إقليمي ودولي مضطرب، ومواصلة العمل على تعزيز العلاقات المتوازنة مع جميع الأطراف في عالم جديد تتشكل ملامحه وتقوم فيه مصر بدور لا غنى عنه لترسيخ الاستقرار والأمن والسلام والتنمية. ثانياً على الصعيد السياسي
at the political level.
استكمال وتعميق الحوار
We will
الوطني
continue and deepen
خلال
the
المرحلة
national
المقبلة
dialogue in the coming phase.
وتنفيذ التوصيات
The
التي يتم
recommendations
التوافق عليها
that are
على
agreed upon
مختلف
will be
الأصعدة
implemented at all
السياسية
levels,
والاقتصادية
political levels,
والاجتماعية وغيرها
economic levels, and
في
social
إطار
levels,
تعزيز دعائم المشاركة
within the framework of
السياسية
enhancing the
والديمقراطية
participation at the social and democratic level, especially for young people.
تبني
Third,
استراتيجيات تعزز
adopting
من قدرات
strategies
وموارد مصر
that enhances the economic resources of Egypt and enhances the resilience of the Egyptian economy facing all the challenges and crises,
قوي ومستدام
while achieving sustainable, strong and balanced economic growth. Besides enhancing the role of the private sector as a main partner in the leadership of development, focusing also on the sectors of agriculture
وتكنولوجيا
and
المعلومات
manufacturing, ICT, tourism,
في الناتج المحلي
and increasing their contribution in the national GDP.
كذلك زيادة مساحة الرقعة الزراعية
In addition to increasing the agricultural area and its productivity in order to contribute in achieving this food security for Egypt, while attracting more local and foreign investments to provide millions of sustainable job opportunities while prioritizing the local manufacturing programs to increase the exports and the foreign currency. Fourth, adopting a comprehensive institutional reform that targets the financial discipline and good governance by rationalizing the public spending and enhancing the public revenues and moving towards more sustainable paths for the public debt. Also, transforming Egypt into a regional hub for transportation, transit, and renewable and new energy and green hydrogen and its derivatives, in addition to enhancing the economic role of Suez Canal. Fifth, enhancing the benefit from increasing the benefit from the human capacity by increasing the quality of education and working on programs and initiatives aiming at improving the public health of the citizens and continuing the different phases of the comprehensive health insurance. Sixth, supporting the social insurance networks and increasing the spending on social protection, in addition to increasing the allocations for the financial support program Takaful wa Karama, and also support for the different phases of Decent Life or Hayat Karima initiative, which is the largest developmental initiative in the history of Egypt. This will achieve great improvement in the livelihood of the Egyptian citizens in the targeted villages. Seventh, continuing on implementation the plan for the urban development and continuing establishing modern cities in the fourth generation and continue the program of housing for all the Egyptians that mainly targets young people and low-income families. The great people of Egypt, the proud people of Egypt, establishing the pillars of the new republic, is already witnessing growth and development every day of the work we do with our hands, with our perseverance, to work towards the dream that we have the right to dream of, since the people and the nation has a right for a great position among the nations. I promise before God and before you to remain faithful in my work. My eyes will only see your interests and the interests of this homeland. I will be equipped with your will and with your kind nature. I will remain committed to the pledge I made to our beloved Egypt and for its people and for God. May God be with you and guide you. We know that your responsibility is great. The prayers of all Egyptians in their houses are with you in your way. Egypt, God willing, is supporting you. Thank you so much. In the name of God, the most gracious, the most compassionate. God, you granted me the kingdom, and you taught me how to interpret
أنت ولي في الدنيا والآخرة.
all the talkings.
توفني مسلما.
You are my advocate
شكرا. والسلام عليكم.
in life and afterlife. Thank you. May peace and blessings of God be upon you.
شكرا سيادة الرئيس.
Thank you,
السادة
Mr.
الأعضاء
President.
باسمكم جميعا
Distinguished
وباسم
members, on behalf
قدموا
and in the
خالص
name of all
التهنئات
of you,
لفخامة
I
رئيس
express
جمهورية
my
مصر
sincere
العربية.
congratulations to
تمنياً
the
لزيادته
President of the Arab Republic
دوام
of
التوفيق
Egypt.
والسداد.
Best wishes to you. And now, we all are loving you. May Allah help you.
والآن
And now,
ارفعوا الجلسة.
this session I declare as adjourned.